Hello there, welcome back to Titanfall. There's been a major update since the last time. Basically, Respawn has added a new mode, a horde mode, frontier defense, and they also added ranks, which is kind of an interesting feature because instead of what, well, most games have done, they have decided to opt for a ranking system where you have basically the ranked and the unranked play side by side. Now that is kind of a new system per se. Can't think of any other games that actually do a system like that, where you basically have ranks and unranked play, well, again, together. And a lot of people have actually gotten quite angry over that because they believe that, well, for that ranking system like that, more or less, will not, how should I put this, show skill properly due to the fact that the game itself cannot compute, well, all the events that might happen. For instance, if you shield someone with your Titan so it doesn't die, etc., the game doesn't, to put it this way, give you any points for that, and as does, for the ranking system's sake, it only goes for the points you score yourself. In attrition, for instance, will be, of course, kills, stats, etc. Same for capture of flag, except there's flag captures into the equation as well, hardpoint captures, etc. But basically, the people that do not like this system or feel that it is a horrible thing to have added, basically say that there's too many situations where you cannot judge someone's skill or talent based on the current system, because it doesn't actually score points by doing so. I find that to be kind of a stretch, because the people that go for such a system do demand that the system that people should be judged on is basically win-loss. If you win a game, you get a battle mark. If you lose a game, you lose a battle mark, etc. And in a game like Titanfall, with its current low population and ranked and unranked playing side by side, unless you actually add a ranked playlist where you'll have the same 2 or 3 teams, 4 or 5 even, playing against each other every single day, I don't see how this system would benefit Titanfall at all. Let's face it, if you do have the list as of now, basically ranked and unranked side by side, and then you have a win-loss ratio as more or less the sole denominator of skill, then I feel that there would basically be uproar. There would be, of course, teams that more or less go pub stomping even more than now. And not only that, but the people that play solo or 2-man teams, etc., and basically get a poor team are most likely going to end up being far more abuse towards the players that are doing badly, and that is not a good way to keep the population up and running at all. Now, granted, it's individual scores that matter in the current ranking system, but Respawn has actually admitted that it's not the only thing that matter. Among one of the things that they mention is that they have an HP scoring system, which means that at least in attrition, it probably matters a lot more there. Pilot Hunter, Mark for Death. Basically, the more damage you do to someone, the higher your score will be. You can, in theory, rank up by killing nothing, but basically doing 90% of the damage towards most of the things that die. So I really like that system. I find that to be a better way of doing things, especially considering that they have opted for not fracturing the system even more by as you can imagine, adding a different rank playlist. Now, they might do that in the future, and if the population is big enough for that, or people actually can arguably have enough people to support with the playlist as they are, I can accept that. There has actually been, again on Reddit, some people have actually gone in for removing more or less every single playlist except for attrition, I believe, capture flag, and potentially hardpoint. Basically keeping those playlists and creating a rank variety pack, if you will. There's even been someone going as far as saying that we should only have variety pack and attrition, because people that play attrition are going to get so pissed if it gets removed that, well, all hell will rain down. Now, granted, I'm not one for, well, lowering the basically the amount of choice a person has when he plays a game. I want to play attrition because basically I find it more action-packed. It's a lot more fun than, for instance, capture the flag or hardpoint for me, because of the fact that I mostly play alone. I don't play a terrible amount of matches each day. I did before, not anymore. So if I were to, for instance, play, as you might imagine, the hardpoint or capture the flag, is mostly going to be frustrating for me, because hardpoint basically, unless you get a decent team, will, and you won't most of the time, will just be running in a circle. Same with capture flag, back and forth. I basically have a choice there in most matches. Either I defend the flag and we lose by 1 or 2 captures, or I go for flag captures and basically have to try and outrun the other team's guys, and dying horribly most cases by doing so. I've actually had teams or team players who have been sitting on the Titan at the enemy flag, with the enemy flag, and they basically have been trying to stand there and farm rather than winning the game by running back home with me. So again, these are kind of my pet peeves against hardpoint and attrition. If you want to use them in ranked, be my guest, but don't force people to just play ranked by playing attrition and capture flag. It's basically people that are already versed in those game modes, that already have teams, that are telling us that we should embrace the modes. And to be perfectly honest, I don't think it has anything with ranked play to do. It basically has with the fact that they want to, if they can't get people to voluntarily join their modes, they want to force people to join those modes. Either you play ranked in hardpoint, capture flag, or you don't play ranked at all. Simple as that. Either you get a team and you focus on team play, or you don't play ranked at all. I'm sorry to tell you this, but Titanfall is mostly a casual game. It doesn't have a big competitive scene. It does have some teams that could be arguably try hard, but there aren't any real, how should I put this, big scene for the game as far as I'm concerned. As of now, due to its low population, Call of Duty is coming out. There's probably a lot more game that I'm currently not considering, and an end result of this is of course going to be that the community will be even more fractured, and you don't go ahead and create playlists. And fair enough that you can consolidate, for instance, the map pack playlist, because they are basically vacant most of the time that I see them, but you could consolidate it into one map pack list. But all in all, I do like what they're trying to do with the rank system, more than so than, for instance, CS:GO. CS:GO can use a team-based ranking system. They're using an ELO system that calculates each round. They can use that because there are a lot of rounds in each match. There, they have a way of doing so, and that is basically why it works there. They also have the player base to support it. We do not. That is the biggest issue for me. So all in all, I do enjoy the rank system. I do like the fact that they're trying to create something new, something that will not split the community. And although a lot of people are against it, I am one of those who I like what they're doing. Respawn has been really good at creating new things that turn out great if you just give them time. And again, I would argue that potentially here they could create a really good mode or playlist or ranked setting where you can have casuals or unranked players and ranked players more or less play side by side. I think they could really benefit from that, create a good system, etc. It's basically what they're good at, innovating. So I'm definitely looking forward to seeing what they'll do. But yeah, that's my 2 cents on it. Hope you've enjoyed this match. I am currently Diamond 5, or made my way up there, but it might be a little bit too easy in attrition, so I'll see. I might get a team and go for hardpoint or something like that. I'll see what I figure out. Anyways, come on with your views on the rank system, and tell me what you think. I'll see you next time, where I'll be talking a little bit about Frontier Defense. Bye.